Hello, hello, and welcome back for another brain-pummeling episode of Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM: The Long War. That's right, we're tossing haymakers of pure, unadulterated boredom straight at your visual cortex, and unless you've got faster-than-light reflexes or a friggin' time machine, it's already too late to save yourself. Our insidious plan to sucker you in for what is almost certain to be an exceedingly dull affair has worked better than anything since, well, since a trailer for the movie Insidious. Which is saying something, because that trailer convinced more than a few people to pay actual money to spend 102 minutes watching Rose Byrne and Patrick Wilson kill time on a movie set somewhere in Burbank. Actual money. And in a theater, no less. Which means that not only did they pay for the privilege, but they also had to go to the trouble to get up, get dressed, get in the car, drive to the theater, stand in line for a ticket, probably not stand in line, but get a ticket, go into the theater, get some snacks, sit down, be disappointed, and then after being disappointed, do all of those steps again in reverse to get themselves back home. And that's not, you know, an inconsiderable investment of both time and resources. And the really part that galls me is that the movie's producers were so confident that their fiendish little plan to bilk people out of their money would work that they tipped their hand by naming the movie Insidious. I mean, that's some next level chicanery right there, you gotta admit. That's some intricate, full-on meta shit. And, well, I'm gonna steal a page from their book and gamble on the fact that my chicanery, while not nearly as intricate or meta as that of the producers of Insidious, will be sufficient to get you to stick around for a while, if only to see if this episode turns out to be as boring as I just intimated it might be. So, let's get to scanning here and find out whether I am an honest fellow or a scumbag of James Wan proportions. James Wan, by the way, the director of the movie Insidious, also directed the movie Saw, if you saw that. Weird, kind of strange movies wherein a lot of nothing happens and then there's like a twist ending sort of seems to be James Wan's specialty. Anyway, 16 Illyrium for 2 engineers, not a fucking chance, Japan. Sorry, I hate to turn you down lest you sick the tentacle porn monsters on me, but with that particular offer, it's a risk I'm going to have to take. I'm sorry. Back to scanning then. And yes, I know there's other stuff in Japan other than tentacle porn. Just, you know, a cheap joke, and it makes it easy on me, and I like that. Also, I can't help but notice that the interceptor button here is gray. Why is this button gray? Yeah, we'll be back for you in a minute, sir. We have a bigger problem at the moment. Why do I not have interceptors over Asia? Because they mostly suck and they're all damaged. Why do I have 5 over Africa? Alright then, so Flounder, you're going to need a little bit of coverage in Asia. It's not going to help in this situation because it's 2 days for you to fly there. But, you know, future coverage, I suppose.
Contact
so back to
detected.
174, which we can't do anything about. I guess we'll just wait for it to land.
Detected.
43 aliens, huh? Sectoid commander, outsider drone, ethereal. That's actually not insurmountable. So let's put a crew together here. Now, a number of our troopers are tired, and I can't help but notice that we had... Okay, I was going to say we didn't have an officer, but we do. I also can't help but notice that that officer is Amanda Bynes, which is not good. Paris Hilton McBeef, that's... okay, so where's Sean Penn, military Superman, and why is he not available? 15 hours of fatigue for Sean. Okay, then. So what other officers do we have? We have Amanda Bynes. John Claude is tired. Sean Connery is tired. And Penelope Cruz even is tired. Seriously, Amanda Bynes is it, huh? She is in fact it. So we have exactly Amanda Bynes. Do we have any infantry troopers at all? Even not officer ones? Nope, not even Tay Diggs. We got nobody. Holy shit. We don't have an assault trooper either, do we? Charlie Sheen tired. Landsberg tired. Sidney Poitier tired. Miley Cyrus theoretically is 4 hours out. We could delay the mission to get Miley, but even if we did, I don't think we got the soup to deal with this. We got nobody. If I had Sean Penn, military Superman, that would be something. We might be able to make something work with Sean Penn. I mean, he's a military Superman. Okay, here's what we'll do. This thing's landed. It's on the ground. We're going to go for a bit of a compromise. If Sean Penn gets back before this UFO takes off, we'll raid it. Now, it's 15 hours out, but I think the landing time for a large UFO is like up to a day. So we've got a sort of a window of opportunity here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going for the compromise. I made my plan. I'm going to stick to it. Like jizz to the floor of a porno theater, I'm sticking to my guns. Or your shoes, or anything else that touches the floor. So that was a Bieber back on duty. Got Tiger Woods, Miley Cyrus, and Paul David Hewson, the Bono. So we're up to like, what, say 45% of the value of a Sean Penn military Superman. It's Taylor Lautner, so that's, what, like 61.1%? You know, 61.1 repeating, of course. Percent of a Sean Penn military Superman. Chris Brown bumping that up to 61.12%. Sean Penn, of course, much more valuable than Chris Brown. MIT scientists actually did a study to figure out what the ratio of Chris Brown to Sean Penn is, and it turns out that Chris Brown is worth exactly 0.02 of a Sean Penn military Superman. So, there you go. That's your fun fact for the day, brought to you by Perfidious Pete. I make learning fun. So back to scanning then.
Commander,
okay,
our failure to respond to the latest UFO
you gotta be kidding me.
is sure to displease the Council. One of our top priorities is to maintain satellite
Yeah, you can
coverage
just
of the
go
Council's
fuck
member
right off,
nations.
Bradford. Seriously. Did you not just see what the fuck happened there, Bradford? Did you not see that bullshit? That UFO took off literally minutes. It might have been on the exact same time frame. I may go back and watch this in slow motion just to see. I may go back through it frame by frame and see what the time differential on the Sean Penn becoming available and the alien UFO taking off. Oh, that's a little bit of... Speaking of insidious chicanery, folks, right there, you just saw it live. That's some serious fucking bullshit right there. No, Brazil, I'm not giving you mutons for 2 fucking engineers. I don't want 2 fucking engineers. You know, I want to be salty about what the aliens have just done to us there. I want to be a little upset, but goddamn, it was so perfectly pulled off. That was the heist of the century right there. I mean, that was some Ocean's 11 style bullshit. They timed that one to perfection. Sean Penn, they knew he could stop him. And so, you know, they came up with a scheme to work around him. That was brilliant. Really, right now I'm imagining the aliens having taken off or, like, flown out to their base, secret base on the moon, and they're standing in front of, like, some giant fountain of blood from all the humans that they abducted. Like, they're in front of the Bellagio in that last scene of Ocean's 11. They're all just standing there, sort of admiring their handiwork, realizing they got a job well done under their belts, looking at each other, giving each other the nod, and, like, then wandering off one at a time. I bet they even have, like, one berserker who's sort of the Bernie Mac kind of comic relief guy who's out there with him. Yeah, you know, I want to be salty, but I can't. Damn it, you gotta love a good heist. You really do. You can't not. So kudos, aliens. That was well executed. Well executed. China wants 5 mechtoid cores for 1 scientist and 2 engineers. I would like to go on a date with Rachel Hunter. Neither of those things is going to happen. Sorry. Back to scanning then.
Contact detected.
Alright, so we got a small fighter coming in for an air raid over Argentina. You know, it's 9 days until some of our troopers get back, and one of them is Raven 19. You know what? Let's just send up the Londart. I don't really feel like screwing about with this one. Londart, go bring him down. You can do it. I have confidence, Londart. I mean, literally, I don't think there's any chance for you to fail.
Bangs out.
He'll either be destroyed or crashed. Londart is not going to muck him. See, there you go. So Londart just straight up jacking him. That's a thunderous report of Londart's guns. So we got that sorted. Back to scanning then.
Contact detected.
And now we have a small UFO over what? Where are you? Oh, Australia. All right. So we're back in Asia. So the transfer of old Flounder Mallory proving to be lucky, really. That was quite lucky. Flounder, you have no backup, sir. None. This is all you. You've got to get this done by yourself, sir. We got literally no one to help you. So it's all on your shoulders. We trust you, though. You're a stalwart little flatfish. We know you can get it done. You only have the one eye, so you can only see half of the world at a time, but When has depth perception ever been a problem for you before, Flounder? And as you can see, he delivers right there. Flounder getting it done for us. So we got a small UFO, and what do we got? Muton, Seeker, Sectoid, Exalt on a small UFO, huh? Okay, and an Outsider. This is a very interesting pod composition. This is not something we've seen before. So we're going to clearly send a Sky Ranger. Why is Lindsay Lohan not in the tube? I can't help but notice that Lindsay Lohan is not in a tube. Is there an opportunity to put Lindsay Lohan in a tube? Because if we put Lindsay Lohan in a tube, Lindsay Lohan is going in a tube. Alright, well, we don't have that opportunity. It's 9 hours till Tara Reid gets out of the tube.
Available in the armory.
Yeah, I heard you, Magil Barrett. Alright, so we will not send Lindsay Lohan on this mission, however, because it's 9 hours till she's due to go in the tube. Lindsay Lohan bucking for the volunteer gig, so, you know, we have to take every precaution. So no Lindsay Lohan, but you know what? We had Amanda Bynes as our only capable leader earlier, and I actually think in this situation Amanda Bynes is the right choice for the job. You know what? Mel Gibson's probably better. Let's take Uncle Mel instead. Uncle Mel, I say this for a very particular reason. Uncle Mel actually is not quite as good as Amanda Bynes. Uncle Mel was our first sniper, and we sort of fucked up his build a little bit. Uncle Mel does not have lock and load, which significantly hurts him, actually. He would be a much better sniper if he did have lock and load. So I tend to take him on somewhat less critical missions. Sorry, Uncle Mel. No slight intended, other than the slight that I intended when I deliberately said you weren't as good as Amanda Bynes. Other than that, though, you know. So, Seraphim Armor, Plasma Sniper Rifle, Uncle Mel's sorted. Uncle Mel's still a fine leader. He really is an inspiration to the troops. I mean, they always turn in a good performance when Uncle Mel's at the helm, so it's not all bad. McBeef, you're pretty close to a level, right? Yeah, actually a psychic level, not... yeah, well, let's take McBeef. We can get McBeef bumped up a level here, give him an opportunity to go into the tube as well. Still looking for that volunteer, so getting as many people into the tube as possible really is the right move. We're going to give McBeef a full-on big boy gun. It's a plasma rifle for McBeef. Battle scanners, med kits, that's got McBeef sorted. Gonna need a scout, of course, and an assault trooper, so what can we do in the scout department? I don't really think we need Reb Brown or Jaden Smith. Probably overkill. Dominic Purcell, yeah, good enough. Dominic Purcell, you know, he's not flashy. He's not amazing. He is not winning any awards. His kill-to-mission ratio is not even better than 1-to-1. But god damn it, Dominic Purcell gets things done. I mean, usually he's in the hospital, so what he's getting done is, you know, having his wounds knit. But apart from that, when we take him on a mission, I've never had any significant objections to what Dominic has brought to the table. So, battle scanner, chem grenade, arc thrower. That's got Dominic sorted. Let's get him an assault trooper friend, and I think, no... Let's not go with anyone good. We're not looking for Psychic EXP here, either. Actually, could we have gotten a scout that needed Psychic EXP? Probably not. Maybe Oprah, but eh. You know what? Let's go Charlie Sheen. I could see Charlie Sheen and Dominic Purcell being really good friends. Like, they would get along. Mostly because Charlie Sheen's high and doesn't know who Dominic Purcell is most of the time. Dominic Purcell because he's just happy to be back in a limelight for any reason at all. Walker servos, in case of Muton, of course, bring breaching ammo. Muton's deadly afraid of the breaching ammo. And an arc thrower. There are regular Mutons on this mission. We might be able to pick up another cheap plasma rifle. And if we have to sacrifice the body on old Dominic Purcell the way we did Skeeter Ulrich, you know, I'll do it. I don't care. It won't be the first time Dominic's been in the hospital with a critical wound, will it, Dom? Yeah, you're goddamn right. Let's get ourselves a gunner. Got the Moose or the Crater. Let's go for the Crater. Nikki probably will not level on this mission, but that's fine. This will be a nice little padding mission. Or Nikki. See what I did there? I said padding, and she has a big butt. Which could be construed as padding. Scope, laser sight, high capacity mags. That's got Nikki sorted. What else do we need here? Probably an engineer. The question of the day is, what engineer do we want to take? After, excuse me, getting a little sip of water there. My throat's getting a little bit raw. Who do we got here? We don't need any of these guys. Who else do we have? Is there like a J-Lo? There is a J-Lo. Well, let's take a J-Lo. J-Lo needs both regular EXP and Psychic EXP, so this would be a fantastic opportunity for little Jennifer Lopez. Gonna go with the Plasma Carbine for J-Lo, and we've got her sorted. Pistol, battle scanners. Yeah, it's probably good. Oh, we don't have an infantry guy, do we? No, we sure as hell don't. Well, we need an infantry of some variety. Who's it gonna be? I mean, definitely it's not Lindsay Lohan. That's the one thing we know for certain. It's also not Sean Penn or Hugh Jackman. We need them for later activities. I would take Taye Diggs, but actually Taye Diggs is slotted to go into the tube because he's maxed on Psychic EXP. I believe. I'm positive he is. Could take Sean Connery, but he's technically an officer. Well, we're going to take Sean Connery because either Sean Connery or fucking Dane Cook or Mayim Bialik. And you know what? No, we'll just take Taye Diggs. It's going to be a while. The next tube slots are spoken for anyway. He is maxed, but it's Taye Diggs. Come on, he's not going to be the volunteer. He's too far behind. And I'm pretty sure Taye has suffered at least one critical wound, so his willpower isn't... I mean, it's not brilliant. Scope, laser sight, high capacity mags. That's got Taye Diggs sorted. And any mech trooper that could use EXP is probably a mech trooper who's going on this mission. The first one that catches my eye, well, there you go. It's Charlie Hunnam. So old Chuckster, gonna kit him out, give him his Paladin suit, of course. A little bit of railgun. You know what? Let's give him the smorgasbord here. We're gonna go with proximity mine, grenade launcher, and electropulse. We'll give him the whole array. Illyrium turbos, of course, to help with Chuck's foot speed. Can't help but feel that, Charlie, if you had been equipped with Illyrium turbos on Gypsy Danger, a little bit less of Tokyo would have got destroyed. You would have been there to intercept much quicker. I, can't help but feel that way, Chuck. Sorry. And I know I made the obligatory Charlie Hunnam Pacific Rim mech trooper reference, but you gotta cut me a little slack on going back to that well so many times. I mean, it's not like Charlie Hunnam has, an abundant sort of supply of Hollywood roles. He's really just sort of done the one thing.
Australia has sent a number of requests for assistance.
Yeah,
so that's
they'll
our
do
next
that.
drop site.
Okay, Operation Morbid Prophet. I really like that one.
Area. We'll need to move in and secure the scene before people start panicking.
Operation Morbid Prophet. It's like, so they could have just called it Operation Trent Reznor, really. I mean, I would call Trent Reznor a morbid prophet. Alternatively, it could have been Operation Billy Corgan. Morbid prophet there as well, perhaps. Anyway, off we go. Team, off to Sky Ranger, ready to dig in. Yeah, you can not talk anymore, Big Sky, ever. I would love it if you could make that be a thing that happens. Never speak to us again. So Mel Gibson's going up to keep an eye on things for us. That's probably the last time Uncle Mel will move on the duration of the mission.
Position confirmed.
And we've played this map like 45 times now, so we have a pretty good feel for how things are going to go. We're going to pitch a battle scanner over in that vicinity. This will either reveal a pod or it will not. If it reveals a pod, which it did because I hear the combat music. So what do we got? What's over there? What do you see? Dominic doesn't see anything, but the battle scanner sees what appear to be a pod of Seekers. You know what? Let's go ahead and activate that pod of Seekers with Uncle Mel Gibson. I have no qualms about that at all. Yeah, that's right. You want to trick Uncle Mel into launching a pod? Just tell him it's part of the vast Zionist conspiracy, and Uncle Mel will leap into the fray like nobody's business. I mean, he will charge the enemies with reckless abandon. Just those two words are enough to send him into a frothing, foaming rage. I mean, sure, it's sort of racism, and it's not cool, but, sometimes you have to take advantage of your troopers' quibbles and foibles as much as you do their more positive benefits. That's that's what a practical commander does. It's pragmatism, folks. We're putting Mel Gibson's evil to good use. I mean, look at it that way. At least we're trying to get something positive out of his hatred. I think that's a laudable goal. We're channeling his rage in a productive fashion that's good for all of society. I mean, really, I'm basically a saint with what I'm doing with Mel Gibson. I'm sort of rehabilitating him. I think, honestly, I'm due for a beatification from the new pope at any moment. I mean, he said dogs get to go to heaven now. If dogs get to go to heaven, why can't I be a saint? Also, holy fucking shit, that proximity mine did a fucking ton of damage. Nicely done, Chuck. Man, Charlie Hunnam has really been studying what took place in the old Gypsy Danger crew there. Realized that strapping a nuclear warhead to his mech suit is occasionally a really good idea. Wow. That was That actually may be one of the most impressive proximity mines we've thrown. That did almost 40 damage. Really pleased, Charlie. You're coming along nicely. You know, I like the archer more and more. The more I take archers on missions, the more I really like them. I think they may be my favorite mech. It's either an archer or a marauder, and it's a very close contest. I do really like marauders as well, but the archer, they've been so good for us. Tiger Woods experiencing a fantastic resurgence since he's been converted to an archer. So, you know, got evidence for the positive benefits there. Dominic Purcell's actually going to go launch another battle scanner for us. Dominic has plenty. I really say, I'm very torn when it comes to that level of scout, because I really like flush shot, but I also really like battle scanner. And I think like a mix of the two really sort of is the perfect balance, but it's a very tough call. If those abilities were both on different tiers, I am certain that I would routinely take both of those. I really like flush shot a lot, but battle scanner is so good, so good. Or at least having a lot of battle scanners is good. Having one battle scanner is questionably useful, especially when it takes up an inventory slot and slows you down. But still, the double battle scanner ability, it really is a positive benefit to the mission. Nicki Minaj gonna haul, I was gonna say gonna haul a little bit of ass, but when you're Nicki Minaj, you're not hauling a little bit of ass, you're hauling a metric fuck ton of ass. Little known fact, fuck tons actually are a SI unit of measurement. They are metric, full-on official metric. It's a buttload. That's the imperial unit of a similar size. Fuck ton that's metric. Based on the speed of light, folks. Yeah. It's like how far a penis can travel in a second while engaged in full-on penetrative intercourse. That's actually how they set it up. It's based on that. Sort of like the meter is based on the distance light travels. Yada yada, you get it. Alright, Dominic Purcell, why don't you fling out that last battle scanner, because, well, you've got plenty of them, and I don't see any reason to not use them. So, say over in this neighborhood, occasionally there's a pod over here. If we don't find anything here, our guess is enemies are going to be huddled up in the ship. Yeah, that's probably what they're doing then. Alright, so J-Lo. Take some corner cover. J-Lo also hauling more than a little bit of ass. A lot of ass on this team. Man, wouldn't it be perfect? We get J-Lo, Nicki Minaj, and like an Iggy Azalea. We could create an Iggy Azalea, then bring her on a mission. We could have J-Lo, Iggy Azalea. That'd be sweet. It'd be a lot of ass in one place. You know, that actually might be dangerous now that I think about it. That might be too much ass in one vicinity. We could risk exceeding the Chandrasekhar limit and potentially damaging the fabric of space and time with a black hole. It could be like an ass implosion, if you would. Assplosion? Not sure that works. An assplosion sounds more like a diarrhea event. Overwatch for Charlie Sheen. Where are these aliens? Give me an audio clue, if you would. Oh, okay, straight ahead. Right where I sort of figured they would be when our battle scanner failed to reveal them. So we're going to have one pod outside the ship and then probably just two outsiders in the ship. I hear sectoids and mutons, though, which don't normally come together in pods. Also, we have Exalt? No, maybe not. We've only killed 4 guys, so there's still 10 left. This was a 14-man mission. Should probably exercise a little more caution than I'm exercising currently. But it's sort of my modus operandi, folks. That's my MO, if you will. I often don't exercise appropriate levels of caution. In fact, I almost never exercise appropriate levels of caution. That's what I'm known for. That and, you know, making stupid mistakes. I'm known for that, too. But that's never going to change. Much like, you know, I could hopefully try and be more cautious when necessary. But the stupidity that's not fixable. Sorry. Unless the Scarlett Johansson mystic blue drug from Lucy becomes a real thing and it turns out that the whole we only use 10% of our brains bullshit isn't complete bullshit, there's no hope of fixing my stupid. So, more mutons. And we missed a meld canister. Boo-hoo. I don't give a shit about meld. Anybody else got a battle scanner? We had a medic somewhere, right? Oh, yeah. We got McBeef. He has 1. I'm gonna have McBeef throw it. Not this turn, but next turn. We know there's a pod right up here, and I would prefer to not just wander into them sort of haphazardly. Let's take one very conservative move here with Charlie Sheen, and if this doesn't reveal him, we'll be going no further forward. Alright, well there's the limit of forward. Nikki,
I'm on the move.
that's probably safe for now, at least. You can go on Overwatch.
I've got my eyes on
Dominic, you can stay right where you're at. You go on Overwatch as well. J-Lo, a little closer for some grenade action. 2 tiles could theoretically make a difference. Tay Diggs is going to advance and crouch down low behind a rock, and it's going to be Overwatch for Uncle Mel. And Chuck, you're good right where you're at, buddy.
Quiet. Do you hear something?
Alright, so that audio clue actually has sussed out the mission for us. Sectoids and probably outsiders inside the ship. Pod and mutons then are over on the other flank side, so we know exactly where and how to deal with these guys now. First things first, we're going to get the battle scanner right inside. So we're going to toss this all up ins. Nice little Cheyenne McBeef LaBouffe throw here. Going to deliver the goods that we need. There we go. So we've got outsiders and sectoids. We would like, ideally, to get Uncle Mel to trigger this pod. Not sure that's going to be possible. I don't think Uncle Mel... Oh, Uncle Mel does have a shot. He has a shot at a muton. This is unexpected, but not unfortunate. Uncle Mel starting things off with a bang. Look at that. BAM! Oh, Uncle Mel put a nail in the lid of that muton's coffin from 1.5 miles away. You know, there's only maybe 4 or 5 guys in the world that could have made that shot, and Uncle Mel is one of them. We should probably kill that Seeker before it gets a chance to cloak. Also, it's really the only thing Uncle Mel could guarantee kill without a critical, although that was a monstrous critical, 14 damage, that actually would have done a kill on the Muton as well. Would have also been a killing blow. That's a Paul Muad'Dib style word. It's a killing word. Hey Chuck, can you get close enough to land a proximity mine over there without exposing yourself to hideous levels of danger? If you can, I would like for you to do that. I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, he can. Alright. So let's proximity mine that shit up right there. There we go. Yeah, that's what we like.
Confirmed mine placement.
Yeah, you can confirm mine placements all day for me, Charlie. You've been doing fantastic work for us, and I'm proud to have you on the team, son.
On the move.
You make your mother and I so proud. What do you got? Charlie Sheen making his mother significantly less proud than Charlie Hunnam. We're actually going to have Charlie Sheen hunker down. Not a move I use particularly often.
Commander.
In all honesty, not a move I use enough. I really should hunker down far more often than I do. Dominic Purcell does not have low profile, so we're going to try and get Dominic in a position of full cover, and I'm going to go for the chemical grenade here. Chemical grenades on these mutons actually do some pretty good work. They're not immune to acid, and lowering their armor is going to be a significant problem for them if they try to run away from that proximity mine. It's really going to tear them up. In addition, it's 2 free damage too, so, you know. Never look a gift horse in the mouth, never look 2 free damage in the mouth. That may prove to be especially stupid, however, because I've just made Jennifer Lopez a very, very decidedly delicious target for a potential grenade toss. We're going to take the 66% shot that Tay Groovy Diggs has. That's a hit, and if either of those units move, it's a guaranteed kill. So now we're going to go for the Mind Fray. It's the lower percent. This is the guy I'd rather debuff, though. If given the choice, I want to Mind Fray that guy. So, of course, Tay Diggs, like everything in his miserable, pathetic existence as an XCOM trooper, has proven to be a bitter failure. Well, there you go. Oh, I didn't get the kill? Well, if that guy moves or does anything other than hunker down, he's straight up dead. So Blood Call getting himself some more acid damage. That guy did, in fact, hunker down. That is surprising. I'm actually quite shocked that he hunkered down. Nicki Minaj killed what appears to be a sectoid. The outsiders are still unactivated. Okay. So Charlie Sheen could run up and put a shotgun in that muton's mouth. He could also run over and straight up capture that muton, which is interesting as well. Potential exists for Dominic Purcell to possibly do something useful. I think first thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to start things off with a bang, Uncle Mel Gibson style. We're going to have Uncle Mel just take a shot and try and dome this cat. Yeah, Uncle Mel driving coffin nails still. You're going to need to reload next turn, Uncle Mel. Ideally, you would have reloaded this turn, but you, sir, do not have lightning or lock and load. Because I'm dumb. I mean, it's not your fault that you sort of suck. I mean, definitively it's my fault that you kind of suck. But
On my way.
I think the important thing to remember is that there's fault to be had. And that Mel Gibson at least bears a small part of that fault. So, Chuck is going to go for... This is more for cover destruction, really, than damage. Although, it's going to do a not insignificant amount of damage as well. That did not destroy his cover. I'm very surprised by that. It does put him in a health situation where we have very strong potential for some wrecking damage with a Charlie Sheen run and gun. The question is, what is the follow-up? I mean, what are the repercussions of that going to be? Because he's sort of going to have to be standing right out in the open. Now, there's cover here somewhere, right? We could run and gun to there. Let's do that. Now, I am going into a puddle of acid here, and I know that running face first into a pool of acid is, well, pretty goddamn stupid. But we do have Titan armor, Archangel armor, so the acid is not going to be a problem for our troopers. And this should... 79% is as good as it gets, huh, Charlie Sheen? Alright, well, it's a good thing you delivered, because had you not delivered, you probably would have gotten yourself in the dead box. Fortunately for us, you did not. Nicki Minaj is going to move to seek a little bit better cover, and she's going to take whatever the best opportunity she has to kill someone is. Neither of her opportunities is particularly good. Taye Diggs, somewhat better. We're going to ignore him for the moment. 54, 54... So, not fantastic. Let's have Taye go ahead and shoot at the sectoid. That's a not surprising miss. It's going to be Overwatch then for Taye Diggs. Can we do anything with McBeef, maybe? Oh, McBeef could panic a dude. Actually, I think we'll have McBeef probably panic a dude. Actually, let's hold off on that. Let's have J-Lo get some work in for us first here with a little bit of grenade tossing. If we could destroy this guy's cover, we might be able to straight up kill him.
Batter up.
So J-Lo going over the top with a grenade. Speaking of over the top, man, let's talk about that ass song she sings, huh? That's some over the top shit, am I right? 70%, that's pretty good. I'm kind of regretting having put Taye Diggs on Overwatch now, actually. And this right here, see, this is where a flush shot would be enormously useful for Dominic Purcell. Although this hit percentage is pretty good anyway. But a flush shot there would have been a guaranteed hit and applied hollow targeting if we had needed it on the subsequent follow-up, which we didn't, but still. I think my point is well established that both of those abilities are fantastically useful in the right situations. Nicki Minaj not even requiring a second shot on what was, frankly, a terrible chance to hit. We're going to go straight up for the panic on this guy and just take him completely out of the equation. Or not. What is up with psychic abilities here, fellas? You're getting a lot more failure coming off you than I'd necessarily like. That guy still has acid, so he's not going anywhere. Exalt Trooper radioing for backup. Not sure who he's radioing since there's no one around. Taye Diggs with covering fire. A connect for Taye Diggs. Nicely done, Taye. Proud of you. At least somebody's doing something. Wow, that's a very powerful laser. Did you see that vaporized that entire length of tree? That's some powerful weaponry, son. Powerful. We're going to go for the capture here with Chuck Sheen here. Charlie. Can you call Charlie a Chuck? You're hoping in vain, Charlie. Fortunately, that guy's still coated in delicious acid. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move Nikki. This might spawn the outsiders. Yeah, I figured it might. I'm actually not too terribly concerned about that. See what kind of shots Nikki has. Surprisingly bad, actually. I am a little surprised that her percentages are so terrible. Expecting a little bit better. You are interesting, but we'll revisit you in a moment. See what Uncle Mel can do. Well, he could kill that guy, for sure. Could put a hurting on that guy, or that guy. Or he could straight up injure that guy to no purpose because we'd have no follow-up damage. That seems like a terrible idea. Let's shoot at this gentleman. I say gentleman, but he is an Exalt Trooper, and I hate Exalt Troopers, and he can fuck himself forever.
On the move.
Probably going to go with a grenade for the finish on the Exalt guy. And I say probably, I shouldn't. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop a grenade on this guy and just go ahead and kill him. That may do no damage because it was doing the flicker thing. Nah, we got lucky and it did still 6 through the wall. So Charlie, Still getting shit done despite a less than fortunate turn of events. Nicki Minaj is going for the suppression here. And there is a very particular reason I'm having Nicki go for the suppression, and that reason is I would like... oh, that's actually more risky than I care for. Really. I would like to get Dominic a chance at a capture here. We are going to get it. The only thing we've got going for us is the enemy can't necessarily see Dominic. Charlie Sheen is going to be badly exposed by that outsider. That's a problem. If this capture doesn't work, we've got more than one problem. Alright, J-Lo. Well, we need something that can't fail, so while this could still fail, if you could kill that guy with your brain, everybody would be a lot happier. There you go. So J-Lo with the mind kill. Clearly, Jennifer has had a steady supply of juice of Safu today. She's fully empowered. We're going to go for the Psi Inspiration here for no particular reason, other than I want some Psychic EXP. Although this will increase Tay-Dig's chance of criticalling. Very, very slightly, I might add. Tay takes a shot, misses, goes on Overwatch with backup. Overwatch, not unexpected. This guy's just going to shoot Charlie Sheen. And miss. The miss is the surprising part of that equation. That was, yeah, okay. I mean, I'll take it. Hey, I'm not above taking a gimme. Uncle Mel has no bullets, so he's going to spend this turn reloading. And that's got Uncle Mel sorted. Or certain values of sorted, at any rate. Dominic Purcell, why don't you draw some Overwatch for me? That's right. This is why we brought you, Dominic, right here. Now, if history is any kind of teacher, this other Overwatching guy... Actually, he's not an Overwatch. So, maybe history has taught us nothing. I would have expected Dominic Purcell to get shot in the skull and spend the next month and a half in a hospital, because that's usually what Dominic Purcell does. In a surprising turn of events, though, Dominic Purcell not only applying holo targeting, which is kind of what we were going for there, but he also just straight up shot the enemy.
Gonna need to reload.
Yeah, you are going to need to reload, Tay Diggs, because you did a bad job. Let's see what we can get out of a Nicki Minaj here. A very good shot. So we're going to move Nicki over here. That is not a flank shot, huh? 240%. It's good enough. Or perhaps not. That's, turns out it's not good enough. It's not even close to good enough. It's pretty damn far from good enough. J-Lo can't even see the enemy. That's fantastic. Can you get a grenade out there? Not close enough. So I guess it's Overwatch then for Jennifer Lopez. McBeef has really nothing to offer here either. Overwatch for McBeef, and I guess we're going to have to send in Raleigh Beckett. There's effectively nothing that he could do that could possibly generate a kill here. His best bet would be to just drop a proximity mine on that guy and try and keep him in place. This way he cannot flank a Dominic Purcell or pull any other kind of sort of skeevy bullshit on us. Skeevy, by the way, a word I quite like and I feel is underused. Say, add that to your vernacular today. Make skeevy a part of your day. Let's see how the enemy reacts. Just going to shoot Charlie Hunnam. Not unexpected. This other unit will likely try and move and get a shot at Dominic Purcell, I would guess. Or just straight up going Overwatch for no apparent reason, other than it clearly wants to die. I think we should probably try and oblige him. Dominic gets shot in the neck. Not quite. Actually, this outsider's sights are pulling about 22 feet to the left. He should maybe adjust that. Probably not going to get a chance to adjust that since, wow, Dominic Purcell's going to give him a thunderous critical in the head. Pretty impressive work. Could finish things off with Mel Gibson, but Mel Gibson patently does not need experience, so we won't finish things off with Mel Gibson unless we absolutely have to finish things off with Mel Gibson. Finishing things off with Mel Gibson actually sounds like the title of a cooking show. Finishing things off with Mel Gibson. Where it's mostly just him burning food. And I don't mean like overcooking it and burning it accidentally. I mean deliberately setting food on fire, like in front of starving children. That would be what I would expect from finishing things off with Mel Gibson. And it's kind of looking like that may be what we have to do. We are going to get a flank shot here with Charlie Hunnam, because we're just going to try and maximize our non-Master Sergeant kills when possible. And when not ridiculously dangerous to our troops to do so. 5 damage from Charlie. I'm telling you, if archers had heat ammo, they really would be, I think, probably my favorite unit type. All they would need is heat ammo. That's really all they would need. Let's have J-Lo take a shot first here to apply some holo targeting for us. She can't see from where she's at, but if we move her, she should at least, yeah. She can take a desperation gambit. She also destroyed that guy's cover, which should make him vastly easier to hit. Yeah, holo targeted and badly exposed now. Still not enough for Tay Diggs to get it done, huh? Alright, Tay. That's fine. You can double. Oh, we should have had a mind fray. That could have been a brain kill for Tay Diggs. Yeah, that was a mistake. Still, mission accomplished. I'm not that salty. The daring midnight raid from the aliens on the Abduction India harvesting was a total success. So really, I have to say, this mission might have been a success, but as far as episode victory goes, I gotta give it to the aliens. I think they took this one from us. They outplayed us.
By the numbers and not a scratch up.
Yeah, quit your bragging,
Hopefully
Bradford. You saw the harvester land in India and fly away. We all saw it. Don't pretend. We go with lock and load for Dominic Purcell without a doubt. That's got our troopers leveled. Let's take a look at our loot. Nothing really to speak of. So let's go to the gray market then. And we will offload our junk, as we are often occasioned to do. There we go. That's all done in. Alright, so all the insidiousness, I think I've had about as much as I can take for one day, so we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed this episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, consider subscribing as well. We'll see you again soon, and I promise no twist endings wherein the monster is actually in the dad the whole time. That will never be a feature here. Thanks for watching.